What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the shop. Today we've got something I've talked about before that suddenly arisen and become a much more necessary requirement. So in the last video I had to replace the cornering lights on the old KTM here, both of them, because they got impacted by rocks and broken, shattered up, and I just can't stand for that. So I had to replace it, put new ones in. But in the future, we don't want to deal with replacing these $400 a piece lights again. So we're going to make protective covers for them. And essentially we're going to do like what my wife's BMW has. So one of the headlight guards on her BMW is a, thin piece of Plexi over the headlight with some dual lock fastener, which is this stuff right here. So I've got some 3M dual lock, and I've got some various different sizes and sheets of Plexi here. I don't think I need to go for like the full-on monster stuff. I had a smaller piece floating around here somewhere, but I seem to have lost it. Here we go. So I think this is what I'm going to go with. I think that's a 2mm sheet of Plexi. So we're going to make two covers out of that and slap them on the bike. I finally got the new lights, and one of the halting points was there is a little adjuster, a little nut there inside the adjuster, and they broke. They didn't like coming out too much, so these are the new ones. That's the little part, stupid little part, couple bucks, but brought everything to a grinding halt. Finally got those, got the new lights installed. They're not in the plastics yet because I'm kind of sprucing up the bike a little bit. I'm tired of playing with the vinyl wrap, so I went ahead and just laid some paint. So it's about 3 coats on there. It's been all week. I'll spray 1 coat, wait 2 days, spray another coat, wait 2 days. So this should be the final coat, should be good to go. Should be able to completely assemble the bike, put it all back together tomorrow. And then I've got the rear wheel out for a new rear tire. The other one was well past its due date. But let's get down to making these guards. Okay, so there we go. There's a couple different ways we can go about doing this. Probably one of the easiest way is just get a piece of cardboard, get a pencil, just throw that on there like that, and just trace. There we go. And then we'll just grab scissors here. There we go. And now that's like pretty perfect. Now for something that's like mostly flat like this, it's pretty easy to do that method. If this was a little more complex of a shape, it had more curves to it, another method that you can use is, so you get some good masking tape like this, and then you just start applying it on there. Now that that's on there, you can start to see your outline of your shape there. And now, where'd that guy go? I had one here. Now we can take this guy and then just start get a new blade. That one's pretty haggard. That was kind of a little bit of extra to keep it together. Since you're working with two pieces of tape here, just gonna hold it together like that, and then we just see, now we have that, and we can take this piece and apply it to our cardboard. Take our pencil, and cut that out. As you can see, both result in pretty similar. There's a little difference, but really the tape method is more for if you're working for a complex shape with more curves and stuff. But see, it'll still work just fine. It'll produce your protective cover there. So now that you've got your template, you can kind of refine it and determine where you want to adjust. So now there is a little bit of a curve in this lamp. See, it's got just the tiniest bit. I'm not too worried about that though, because we're going to be working with a space of about that much between the guard and the lamp. So that little standoff will do a couple of things. A, it'll keep the force of the impact from anything hitting this going through that and hitting the lens underneath, which could still potentially crack it. And it'll also account for that little bit of a curve in there. It'll take up from that. That's another reason to use this stuff here. So now, I should make a little bit of room here. Okay. So I'm going to take my plastic here. Actually, you know what? This is a pretty beat up, old, scratched piece of... I'm going to opt for this one. Okay. So I'm going to go cut this, and I will be right back. Okay, so now I have my two pieces of Plexi. Now I've got the two pieces of plexiglass. I'm going to kind of clean up all that dust and fuzz and stuff that's on them. Okay, so I'm kind of cleaning up the little bit of a burr that's on the edge here. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is take these two pieces like that. Okay, now we've got a nice little package of two pieces of Plexi. Wrapped up nicely. Hopefully they'll stay together. That's the idea. So now we'll take that guy and put it right there. Alright, so welcome to my bandsaw. It's a little 10-inch tri-wheel. You can find these things on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist for like 50 bucks or so. I have almost outgrown it, but until I can find myself something a little bigger and a little better, for not much more than I paid for this, this is what I got to work with. So. Alright, there we go. And the heat of the bandsaw blade has actually just very slightly melted these together, so they're held into place. I do kind of like that when I cut out multiple pieces of Plexi. It's pretty cool. It also means that I can take like a little piece of tape like this, put one there, put one maybe here, and now I go get some 220 grit sandpaper. I do definitely still need to get that belt grinder made. It would definitely save a little bit of time here. I'm just going to kind of smooth these guys out a little bit. 220 is probably not the greatest for this. It's a little piece of 100 grit. All right. There we go. Now we can pop that off, pop that off. There we go. No, the plastic is stuck together. But there we go. We got the two covers. like that guy goes right there, and that's pretty good to me. All right, there we go. Now we can grab one of these guys here, and looks like this will be our first contestant. Take some dual lock, and what I do is I'll stick two pieces together like that, and then just cut. Doop. 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 And let's see here. Put one right there. Put one right there. And right there, like that. There we go. I'm going to take these 2, 3. Take those off. Now we can oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go get my tire before the KTM dealer closes. And oh, there's plastic fuzz all over the lens. How long has that been there? Hopefully it hasn't bugged you too much. Hopefully it won't bug me too much in editing. So yeah, there we go. I got a nice protective cover for my cornering lights. So hopefully I won't have to deal with that again. So if you liked what you saw here today, hit that like button. Leave me a comment. How much would you out there pay for something like that if somebody was to hand to make them? I mean, I have an idea in my mind of how much I'd sell them for. It'd be nice to see what the, you know, how they would relate to each other. And if there is any interest in these things, I might make a few bespoke covers for some people out there that want them or need them, or yeah, these these lights are pretty dang spendy. And luckily for me, my insurance covered it. But others out there may not be so lucky. They may not have as good a coverage or as good of insurance, or for whatever reason. So it might be more beneficial just to stop it from happening altogether. So anyways, until next time, stay safe, have fun, peace.